Alright, let's talk about demonetization. One of those words that sounds complicated but actually changed the lives of over 1 billion people overnight. I'm talking about what happened in India back in November 2016, when the government announced the 500 rupee notes and the 1000 rupee notes, worth about 86% of the cash in circulation, would no longer be legal tender. Imagine waking up and suddenly most of the money in your wallet is just paper. Wild, right? So why did they do it? To crack down on black money, stop counterfeit currency, and push the country towards digital payments. The idea was, if you make people bring all their cash to the banks, you can catch illegal money and force people to use more traceable digital transactions. Now let's get into the impact. First, the immediate chaos. People lined up outside banks and ATMs for hours, sometimes days, just to exchange old notes for new ones. Small businesses struggled, daily wage earners lost income, and rural areas, where banking access is limited, felt the pinch even more. The cash crunch slowed down the economy, and for a few months, everything from buying groceries to paying rent became a challenge. But what about the bigger picture? In the short term, India's GDP growth took a hit. The country's economic growth rate dropped by almost a whole percentage point in the months after demonetization. Sectors like real estate and construction, which run heavily on cash, saw huge slowdowns. On the flip side, there were some long-term shifts. Digital payments shot up. Apps and mobile wallets became household names almost overnight. Suddenly, paying for tea with your phone was totally normal. The formal banking system got a boost, with millions opening new accounts just to deposit their old notes. Bank tellers counting large deposits of old notes. But did it stop black money? That's complicated. Most of the old notes, over 99%, actually made it back into the banks. So, if the goal was to catch undeclared cash, it didn't quite work out as planned. However, it did shake up the system, making it harder to hoard large amounts of unaccounted cash. Economists are still debating whether demonetization was a success or failure. What's clear is this: it forced a massive, messy transition and pushed millions toward digital finance. It showed just how connected cash is to daily life, and how changing the rules overnight can ripple through an entire economy. So, was it worth it? That depends on who you ask. But one thing's for sure: demonetization left a mark on India that's still being felt today.